Winners and losers from the Lions' victory against the Green Bay Packers in Week 9 of this season. We're going to go ahead and break down the players who I think should get some recognition the good way and some recognition in not so good way. So that's what this video is all about. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a sound and smart idea to go up to a real lion, a grown-up male, and kick it right in its face, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you can get chewed up. Also, take that like button with you and let that bad boy get mauled. Let's get into today's Lions winners and losers. Let's go ahead and just start with the winners here, and guess what? We already know who the biggest winner is. That is Kirby freaking Joseph. This guy had 3 pass defense, 10 tackles, 5 solo, 2 interceptions on Aaron Rodgers. Man, Kirby Joseph was balling yesterday. He was playing out of his mind. He's probably going to get Defensive Rookie of the Week, potentially get Defensive Player of the Week with the performance that he put out there for the Detroit Lions. Really good job by Kirby. And without him, we don't win this game. That's how effective he was on Sunday versus the Green Bay Packers. He was a nightmare for Aaron Rodgers, and that is a blessing for us. And it was really nice to see him go out there and make a giant play, giant plays, plural, in this game. Shout out to Kirby Joseph. Fantastic job. But who is your biggest winner of this game? Let me know in the comments section. That's going to be the pinned comment for this video. Who is your biggest winner? How we talk about another young player for the Detroit Lions. That's Derrick Barnes, linebacker there. He had 12 total tackles, 4 solo, 1 sack, 1 pass defense. He was all over the freaking field. Derrick Barnes blew up in this game, and we needed him to do that. We drafted this guy last year. We wanted to see him come out this year and make progressions. He took a big step in the right direction in this game. We need it too, because we need all the young talent on defense to show out, specifically at linebackers, one of the positions that we were not so good at getting in the last couple of years, and he really blew up in this game. He was a force to be reckoned with. Hopefully, he can continue to put performances like this going forward in every game. Now, I don't expect him to be a killer of a game every single game, but if he can make strides, that would be nice in each game because we need Derrick Barnes to do such a thing. Another winner on my list for the Lions, another young player. How about Alim McNeill in the middle of that defense? He was that big guy to help stop in the run. He's doing a really good job. The leading rusher for the Green Bay Packers was Aaron Rodgers, and he was a big part of that was Alim McNeill. He doesn't get a lot of recognition. It's not like he's coming out there and getting all these tackles or anything like that, but he's a force to be reckoned with in this game on Sunday versus the Packers, and it was really nice for him, the big guy, to get the performance he did and help stop in the run. Is he the guy that's going to get after the quarterback? No, he's not that guy. But he's a guy that can help stop the middle of the field. I mean, they literally had to go on the edges to get their run game going, and with Aaron Rodgers, it wasn't happening in the middle. It really wasn't. So it's a good job by him to come in there and do that performance on Sunday. Folks, the Detroit Lions right now are underdogs by 2.5 points against the Chicago Bears. Go to chatsports.com/linesbet. That is BetUS. You put in promo code LINES125. You get a 125% deposit bonus. I had them covering yesterday, and guess what? You would have won money because they did cover, as the Lions were actually 3.5 points underdogs in the game. And I think this game, it's going to be a little bit different. I know a lot of points are going to be scored in this game, but go ahead and bet on it if you think the Lions can cover. It's only 2.5 points, though. Another win on my list is running back Jamaal Williams, and he didn't have the gaudy numbers you would expect, in all honesty. He had 24 carries for 81 yards, 3.4 average with a long 14. But it was really tough running, tough sledding in this game for Jamaal Williams. DeAndre Swift didn't really do anything, 2 for 10 yards. Justin Jackson played well with his limited carries of 4 snaps that he have. But Jamaal Williams was getting those really difficult yards. And sometimes you're not going to get the greatest stats. Sometimes it's not going to be showing on there. But you got to give love to a guy who's been consistent all season. And he was consistent in this game, getting it done on the ground when we needed him to. It's not like he was getting the biggest yards like I was saying before. But sometimes you're not going to have games like that. You're going to have those bone-crushing games where every single yard counts. It's a very physical game, one of those type of games for the Detroit Lions, and that was one of those games. Definitely was. It was nothing to hang your hat on, but it was gaudy. Who is the biggest loser in this game? Let me know in the comment section. A lot of players. We can talk about losers. This is going to be a comment for this video, so I'm curious to see, who do you have is a big loser in this game? We're going to continue on, though, with the winners here, and that's Lions fans. Huge shout-out to the Lions fans out there. We've been sticking it through a lot of losses, 5 in a row. It's tough being a Lions fan. Finally, you get a W. It feels really good, folks, to get a win. I know there's some people that out there want to tank for draft picks. I get it. But if you really want to change the narrative, you got to win football games, in all honesty. And I want this regime to work out. I want this team to work out. I want them to win. Winning cures a lot of problems, and we got to win. We got to enjoy this win for what it is. Are we going to get a ton more wins this season? Probably not. Really not. So enjoy this win. Embrace this win. And seeing Aaron Rodgers go down the way he did and being salty and throwing tantrums was freaking glorious. I love it. If that's going to happen, it happens to the Detroit Lions. And it was really good to see there. So huge shout out to all you Lions fans sticking it out this season. I'm going to do one final winner here. I didn't do a graphic because honestly I forgot. And that's Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator. Shout out to Aaron Glenn. He did a really good performance against the Greenbay Packers. When you get 3 interceptions and you make Aaron Rodgers upset, that's a massive victory for sure. So huge shout out to Aaron Glenn. Good job. Let's see how well he continues to go through each game. Let's go ahead and jump to the losers here. We got to do referees here. This play count, this snap count that they're doing, they letting the clock run out is ridiculous. This has just been a problem. It's very inconsistent. In this game, there should have been multiple penalties for the clock running out against the Green Bay Packers. And I'm tired of talking about the inconsistencies for NFL referees. Very inconsistent. Game in and game out. You guys, we're talking about the NFL here. It's a $1 billion business, and you can't get it right. How is college football do a better job than the NFL? I see it week in and week out. It's ridiculous. I see high school referees do a better job. What in the heck is going on with you guys? You need to get it right. It needs to happen at some point, folks. Get it done. This is ridiculous. You can be better than that. You have to be better than that. Because if not, it's going to ruin the product. It really is. And you got to stop ruining the product here. You got to do it. It is what it is. Another loser on my list is Jeffrey Okudah. He got burnt twice, one for a touchdown, one for a big game. He did knock down the 2-point conversion or help knock it down. But I think that the getting burnt was terrible. But I think the worst part of all this was, man, you knocked out 2 players, Julian Okwara and Kirby Joseph. Holy smokes, man. Look, I get it. I want you to be physical, but we got to be better than that. We can't be knocking players out with concussions. Come on, man. Come on, man. You got to play better. You got to do a better job. This is a year for you to do that. 100%. I know a lot of people say put him to safety. I understand it. I'm not going to argue on some of these takes for sure because he's playing like a safety. He's definitely is. He's got to do a better job because, look, man, if not, at the end of the day, everyone can be replaced. And that's hashtag facts. And another player on my list who had a bad game, and he's a loser on my list, Jared Goff. Jared Goff did not play good in this game, and I don't want to hear the excuse of, well, he went against a good secondary. Yeah, they were a good secondary, but if you watch the passes, they were down. The throws were ducks. They were 2 yards off, 3 yards off. He should have had 3 interceptions in this game. He just threw some poor balls. It was absolutely poor. This may be the worst game I've seen him play as a Detroit Lion. This was a terrible game. I mean, he is got to play better. If you expect to win football games, the quarterback's got to do it. Because this was an unacceptable performance by the quarterback here. He's getting paid $30 million. You got to play better than that, Jared Goff. And guess what? Jared Goff would tell you he's got to play better. Because that was an awful, awful performance. 1 interception, 14 for 26, only 137 yards, average of 5.3 with the 78.5 quarterback rating. Got to play better. There's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for these terrible passes. And they were terrible. Absolutely. A win's a win, though. And I will take a ugly win over a beautiful loss any day of the week, folks. So, hey, love it. I love winning. It feels damn good. In the upcoming videos, we've got videos dropping every single day. Get ready for that. Lions, Bears, the One Pride podcast, the live watch party, all of it. Subscribe, notification bell, so you don't miss out on the latest news rumors regarding our Detroit Lions.